Everybody, welcome back to the Trucking Exec channel. So a lot of you are down at GATS this weekend. And if you are attending GATS, you have spent some amount of money and you're hoping for some ROI, some return on investment for the money that you spent. Whether you are a vendor who has spent a lot of money, you're hoping to sell your product or get more visibility via marketing to sell more so that your company is more profitable, or if you're just a driver going down to catch up with some friends and spend some quality time, right? Both of those add value, albeit in different forms. A lot of people struggle in this industry to determine how to add value in a commoditized industry. And it got me, and something happened just a minute ago that got me thinking about this. So I'm playing, I'm on a par 5. I was driving up and I saw a golf ball sitting over in the rough. So I swung over, picked it up. I'd never heard of that particular brand, a golf ball. And so I thought, man, I'll just drop it, hit it, see what it's like. So I hit a good shot. I can tell you typically when I hit a shot, the instant the ball comes off the club, I can tell you within a yard or two where that ball will land. I hit a good shot. The ball landed about 10 or 12 yards short of where I expected it to land. And I thought that was really strange. That ball, my guess is you can probably buy that ball for $1, $1.25 in any golf shop. The ball I typically play is a Titleist. It's a Pro V1X. It goes for probably about $4.30 after tax in any golf store. If you were a beginning golfer, this ball is of no value to you. Right? It's way too expensive. You're not going to realize the value. This ball is designed for a specific, type of swing speeds and that kind of thing. As a beginner, it's not going to matter to you. The more proficient you get into golf, it may add value. Look, there's a device in golf called TrackMan. TrackMan is essentially a computer that monitors every mathematical metric you can possibly think of having to do with the golf swing. It tracks, the launch angle of my ball. It tracks the angle that my club is going through the ball. It tells me that, hey, when I hit this ball well, it comes off my club face at about 180 miles an hour. It tells me just a gross amount of data. All that data is used to make me a better golfer. It allows me to determine where I want to spend my money and how to get most value out of every piece of equipment that I use. Our industry is not a lot different. Look, I'll hit a shot. So I'll use the same club. Here's my divot, right? Here's my divot from the previous shot. I'll set this up, use the same club. And I'd be willing to bet that there's going to be a much better result. I'll see more value in the $4.30 golf ball than I did the dollar golf ball. Okay, so I couldn't have done that better if I took like 20 takes, honestly. So we'll drive up. Brokers in our industry, companies there's new companies coming into our industry every single day. And they all want to understand how do they create more value with their product, right? Whatever their product is. Here's what I can tell you. For us as a company, there are companies that are willing to spend more money. Right? The analogy here is the golf ball. There are companies willing to spend. Here's the thing. I don't even need a putter for this. That's how good. There are companies willing to spend more. We see it every day. We have brokers that are willing to spend more money on a load for us. They take care of us when things happen. We had a broker here a couple weeks back. We had just booked a load for a couple days away. The load got canceled, and the guy gives us money for a truck order not used. We were probably 72 hours away. It didn't matter. We had plenty of time. But they knew us, they had worked with us, and they saw value, and they were willing to pay us to kind of, essentially keep us in good graces, because they want us in their fleet, if you will. So look, here's let me get behind this. So here's the golf ball that I found. It's probably $1. Let me pick this up. Here's the Titleist. Like I said, what is that? 2 feet, right? Sometimes perceived value is made into real value. And with golf balls, that's the case. In trucking, that's the case. The question is, are you going to be the company that just provides perceived value and then fails to deliver? Or are you going to be the product that actually delivers for the rate that you're charging? That's the question. The second piece that I see in our industry, as I said, there's new companies coming in every day. The problem with this industry is it's so full of deceit and dishonesty. That's one of the things that makes our industry so ugly. When you lie as a company, as a driver, or anybody in between in the supply chain, when you lie, you just discredit not just yourself, but others as well. It causes a lot of ugliness in our industry. The companies that are succeeding, the new companies coming into our industry that are going to succeed are the ones that are going to not just deliver perceived value, but deliver true value and do it honestly. We certainly took our lumps the first year and a half as a transportation company, but we maintained that we were going to do things in as honest of a manner as we possibly could. And there were certainly times when people took advantage of it. But I can tell you now, several years in, people, when we call in and they recognize what our MC number is or our DOT number, they are usually pretty excited that it's us. They're willing to pay us more for the simple reason that our guys are honest and they work hard to do their job. And when things go bad, again, our guys are honest with the real situation. There's perceived value, there's real value. We are all initially paid on every run that we take from every load board. We are paid on perceived value. What we do from that point forward in building that relationship with brokers and or customers determines real value. There are certainly times when it's happened to us. The very first time we take a load, again, we're paid on perceived value and some bad thing happens. That's always the worst case scenario. But guys, that's where building relationships matter. Your customer, like it or not, if you're using a broker, is the broker. They're the one cutting you the check. The customer is always the person that cuts you the check, like it or not. So for those that say that brokerages don't have value, they do. They're your customer. And you should realize that. If you don't like your customer, then find another one. But for the time being, whoever that load that you booked it is, that's your customer. It's up to you to communicate well and add value, not perceived, but real. It's up to you. You can be the no-name golf ball, or you can be the golf ball that they are willing to pay extra for, and then it's up to you to go and hit it 2 feet from the flag. What do you want to be? If you want to be in this industry and you want to have longevity, be honest, add value, turn perceived value into real value, and then build those relationships. Your honesty will set you apart because there is so much deceit and lies in this industry. It sets us apart. It sets some other companies apart. It's my opinion. If you guys are down at GATS, which I know a lot of you are, stay safe and have fun. Take care.